Arrival of the Galactic Empire. The day started like any other on Earth. People went to work, children played in parks, and the world spun peacefully. But everything changed when the sky filled with light. It began as a faint shimmer in the night sky. Then, without warning, a massive alien fleet appeared near Earth's orbit. Hundreds of ships, shaped like sharp-edged diamonds, hovered in perfect formation. Each ship was so large it blocked out entire sections of the stars. People stared in awe and terror, realizing they were not alone in the universe. The world's governments scrambled. Military leaders shouted orders, scientists rushed to analyze the strange ships, and news channels broadcasted images of the alien fleet 24/7. The internet exploded with theories and panic. Was it an invasion? A peaceful visit? Nobody knew. As fear gripped the planet, a sudden broadcast interrupted all communication systems. Every TV, radio, and smartphone displayed the same chilling message. A hologram of an alien figure appeared. It was tall, with glowing eyes and metallic armor that reflected an unnatural light. Behind it, a dark, endless void seemed to stretch forever. This was the Galactic Emperor. People of Earth, the Emperor began, its voice cold and emotionless. You are now part of the Galactic Empire. Resistance is useless. Surrender and bow before us, or face annihilation. The message ended abruptly, leaving silence behind. For a moment, no one moved. Then chaos erupted. World leaders tried to negotiate. Messages of peace were sent toward the fleet, but there was no reply. Scientists studied the ships, searching for weaknesses. The military prepared for the worst, though everyone knew Earth's weapons were no match for such advanced technology. As panic spread, something strange happened. A mysterious transmission began to play across Earth's networks. It was a simple message, repeated over and over, spoken in a calm, firm voice. We do not kneel. The message puzzled everyone. Governments quickly denied sending it. No country claimed responsibility, and no one could trace its origin. It was as if the message had come from nowhere, but it was loud and clear. Someone, or something, was defying the Galactic Empire. The Emperor's fleet responded immediately. Smaller ships broke away from the main group and approached Earth, scanning the planet for any sign of resistance. People watched in fear as alien drones buzzed across the sky, their glowing eyes searching every corner of the world. Then, just as suddenly as the mysterious message had appeared, something incredible happened. A bright energy pulse shot out from Earth's surface, hitting one of the Empire's scanning drones. The drone shut down and fell to the ground in a shower of sparks. The alien fleet paused, clearly startled. The Emperor's hologram returned, this time more menacing. Earth, it said, its voice filled with anger. You dare defy the Galactic Empire. Surrender now, or face destruction. But the mysterious voice replied again, echoing through Earth's networks. You are not welcome here. For the first time, the Galactic Emperor hesitated. Something about Earth was different. It wasn't just a planet full of primitive humans. It was hiding something. The Emperor decided to uncover the truth, but Earth was about to reveal its secrets in its own way. The world waited, holding its breath, as the first battle for Earth's survival began. The Hidden Hand. As the Galactic Empire's fleet hovered in Earth's orbit, the world held its breath. No missiles launched. No armies marched. It seemed Earth had chosen silence over resistance. But the Empire's scanners told a different story. Something strange was happening beneath the surface. From the depths of the oceans to the tallest mountain peaks, signals flickered and pulsed in ways the Empire had never seen. Ancient satellites, long thought to be derelict, suddenly roared to life, realigning in space with precision. Hidden bunkers, sealed for decades, opened quietly. The Galactic Emperor watched from the bridge of his flagship. His gaze narrowed. Curious, he muttered. He gestured, and holograms of Earth's surface appeared before him. Alien eyes scanned the planet's landscapes, but no armies appeared. Instead, they found scattered bursts of encrypted signals, ancient relics of what looked like long-forgotten technology. "Commander," the Emperor called out to his second-in-command, a tall alien with silver skin and glowing blue markings. "I want full scans of that planet. Dig deeper. Something sleeps there." The commander nodded and relayed the order. Small scout ships descended from the larger vessels, flying low over Earth's major cities. Their sleek forms cast long shadows across streets and fields. People looked up in silence, unsure whether to hide or watch. Yet, as the drones swept over the land, anomalies grew. In some regions, the Empire's scanners detected nothing at all. Vast black zones of interference where Earth's surface seemed to vanish. It was as if the planet itself was rewriting its existence, shielding parts of its secrets from prying eyes. Then, in the heart of South America, near the ruins of an ancient temple, one of the Empire's drones malfunctioned. It spiraled downward, crashing into dense jungle. The Empire dispatched recovery units immediately, but by the time they arrived, the drone was gone. Not destroyed. Gone, as if the Earth had swallowed it whole. Confusion spread across the Emperor's fleet. Back on the bridge, the Emperor's hologram shimmered once more, broadcasting to every device on Earth. "Earth," he said coldly, "there will be no more games. Reveal your defenses or suffer the consequences." And once again, the mysterious voice echoed back, "You are not ready for the truth." The Emperor's eyes narrowed. He was beginning to realize that Earth's resistance wasn't coming from its leaders or armies. It was something older, deeper, something that had existed long before humans built their first cities. As the Empire's ships hovered in the skies, old stories began to resurface across the internet. Myths of ancient protectors, hidden cities beneath the sea, and strange encounters from the past resurfaced. People whispered about secret organizations, long believed to be conspiracy theories. Rumors of ancient weapons, hidden across the globe, spread like wildfire. Some claimed that Earth had been preparing for this day for centuries, while others believed the planet itself held secrets no one could explain. In the deserts of Egypt, a forgotten obelisk began to glow faintly. In Antarctica, seismic activity revealed structures hidden beneath the ice, structures that looked suspiciously like massive hangars. The Galactic Emperor watched it all unfold. He had conquered countless worlds, but this was different. Earth was not a helpless planet. It was something else, and the hidden hand that guided it was just beginning to reveal itself. Earth's secret weapon. The Galactic Empire believed it had seen everything. It had crushed rebellions, enslaved worlds, and reduced mighty civilizations to dust. But Earth was unlike any conquest the Emperor had faced. As the Empire's fleet floated above the planet, preparing for full-scale invasion, Earth remained eerily quiet. No counterattacks, no armies on the move, only the strange encrypted signals and the untraceable voice that whispered through the planet's networks. "You are not welcome here." It was as if Earth itself was daring the Empire to strike first. Frustrated, the Emperor ordered his fleet to begin planetary bombardment. Small, targeted strikes aimed at military bases, communication hubs, and power grids. The Empire's usual strategy was simple: cripple resistance before it begins. The first strike never landed. As the Empire's warships powered their cannons, every screen aboard the fleet flickered with static. A low hum filled the air, growing louder with each passing second. Then, one by one, the cannons powered down. Systems went dark. "Sir, something is interfering with our weapons," the lead engineer stammered. Before the Emperor could respond, Earth made its move. From deep beneath the oceans, strange triangular ships began to rise. Silent and smooth, they ascended like shadows, slipping through the water as if gravity held no meaning. Their surfaces shimmered, reflecting the starlight, making them nearly invisible. At first, the Empire mistook them for submarines, but these ships defied logic. They didn't belong to any nation on Earth. There were no records, no blueprints, and no explanations. The hidden fleet ascended into the skies, taking position just below the Empire's warships. For a long moment, nothing happened. The two fleets faced each other, separated by only a few miles of atmosphere. The Empire's forces outnumbered Earth's ships 20-1. Victory seemed inevitable. Then the first shot was fired. A beam of light, thin and precise, sliced through the Empire's lead cruiser. It cut through the ship shields as if they didn't exist. The warship exploded, scattering debris across the sky. Panic spread through the Empire's fleet. "Who commands those ships?" the Emperor demanded. "Find out now." But there was no answer. No records, no transmissions. The ships fought in silence, moving with surgical precision. Within minutes, 5 more of the Empire's vessels were reduced to burning wreckage. Earth's defenses, hidden for centuries, were awake. On the ground, people gathered in the streets, watching the battle unfold in the skies above. News cameras captured the strange triangular ships as they danced through the air, weaving between the Empire's warships. Some cheered, while others stood in stunned silence. Earth wasn't just fighting back, it was winning. The Emperor clenched his fists, his glowing eyes narrowing as he watched his fleet fall apart. "This is impossible," he growled. "Earth is a primitive world. They cannot possess this level of technology." Yet there it was. As the Empire's forces struggled to reorganize, more of Earth's hidden ships emerged from the clouds. Some rose from underground silos disguised as abandoned factories. Others seemed to appear out of thin air, cloaked until the moment they were needed. The Emperor's fleet, vast and powerful, was now surrounded. For the first time in decades, doubt crept into the Galactic Emperor's mind. Was Earth truly the isolated, underdeveloped planet he thought it was? Or had the Empire stumbled upon something far older, far more dangerous than they ever imagined? The mysterious voice echoed once more, loud and clear, across the Emperor's flagship. "Leave now, while you still can. The Empire strikes back." The Galactic Emperor had faced setbacks before. Fleets had been destroyed, and worlds had resisted. But in the end, the Empire always prevailed. This time would be no different. As Earth's hidden fleet circled beneath the Empire's warships, the Emperor's patience wore thin. He had hoped Earth would surrender quickly, but now he saw the truth. This planet was not just resisting. It was fighting with technology that shouldn't exist. The Emperor's eyes glowed brighter as he raised his hand, signaling the next phase. "Deploy the dropships. Let them burn." From the Empire's largest carriers, thousands of sleek, black dropships descended toward Earth. Like dark rain, they streaked through the atmosphere, targeting major cities and military bases. Each ship carried elite ground forces, troops equipped with energy rifles, advanced armor, and weapons that could level buildings in seconds. As the dropships neared the surface, Earth's defenses activated. Ground-based cannons, hidden beneath cities and disguised as ordinary structures, opened fire. Bright beams of energy tore through the sky, striking the descending ships one by one. Some exploded midair, while others managed to land, deploying squads of alien soldiers into the streets. The invasion had begun. In New York, armored figures marched through the avenues, forcing civilians into hiding. In Tokyo, energy blasts lit up the skyline as Empire soldiers battled Earth's security forces. Across the globe, chaos erupted. And yet, something strange happened. The Empire's troops encountered more resistance than they expected. Ordinary humans, armed with little more than rifles and outdated gear, fought fiercely. But they weren't fighting alone. In the middle of the battle, strange figures emerged from the shadows. They wore dark, sleek armor that shimmered like starlight. Their faces were hidden behind smooth helmets, and they carried weapons unlike anything seen before. Rifles that hummed softly and blades that glowed with blue energy. These warriors weren't part of Earth's military. They moved with purpose, striking down Empire soldiers with precision and skill. One by one, the invaders began to fall. The Emperor watched the reports flood in, his expression unreadable. "Who are they?" he demanded, slamming his fist against the control panel. No one answered. The hidden defenders fought in silence, never speaking, never broadcasting messages. It was as if they had been waiting for this moment, watching from the shadows until the time was right. As the battle raged on, rumors spread across Earth's internet. Some believed these warriors were part of a secret military project, hidden from the public. Others claimed they were protectors from an ancient order, guarding Earth for centuries. But the truth remained unknown. In the skies above, Earth's triangular ships continued to clash with the Empire's fleet. Though the Empire's forces were larger, Earth's defenders moved faster, striking with surgical precision. And then, something changed. A massive crescent-shaped warship descended from the Empire's fleet. It was unlike the others, 3 times larger, covered in glowing runes, and pulsing with energy. This was the Empire's greatest weapon, the dreadnought, a ship capable of wiping out entire cities with a single shot. The Emperor's voice echoed across Earth's skies once more. "Earth will burn unless you kneel." The dreadnought's cannons powered up, and a bright beam began to form at the ship's core. On the ground, civilians looked to the sky in terror. Then, without warning, a single shot erupted from Earth's surface. It came from Antarctica, where an enormous circular platform emerged from beneath the ice. A beam of pure white energy shot upward, striking the dreadnought directly. The energy blast pierced the warship's shields, cutting straight through its hull. The dreadnought shuddered, fire erupting from its core. Seconds later, the ship exploded in a brilliant flash, scattering debris across the upper atmosphere. Silence followed. The Empire's forces, still fighting on the ground, paused. The sky, once filled with warships, was now emptying. The Emperor's voice, calm but strained, echoed once more. Retreat. One by one, the Empire's remaining ships began to ascend, leaving Earth's orbit in defeat. As the fleet vanished into the stars, the mysterious voice that had guided Earth's defenses spoke one last time. "Do not return." Rise of the Defenders. The Galactic Empire's forces retreated to orbit, but Earth's battle was far from over. Across the planet, squads of Empire soldiers remained stranded. Some hid in abandoned buildings, while others took shelter deep underground, waiting for orders that would never come. But Earth's defenders had no intention of letting them escape. As the smoke cleared and the skies grew quiet, the mysterious armored figures stepped forward. They emerged from the shadows, walking the streets where Empire soldiers had fallen. Their presence was undeniable, silent, watchful, and unmistakably powerful. In every major city, people saw them. They didn't speak. They didn't acknowledge the crowds gathering around them. Instead, they moved with purpose, hunting down any remaining Empire troops with relentless precision. No one knew who they were. Civilians whispered nervously, trying to capture footage with their phones, but every image was blurry, as if the air around the defenders distorted reality itself. The more people tried to focus on them, the harder it became to describe what they saw. In Washington, D.C., a young journalist attempted to approach one of the defenders as it walked past the ruins of the Capitol. He raised his camera and called out, "Who are you? Where did you come from?" The figure paused but didn't turn around. A faint, mechanical voice responded, "We have always been here." Before the journalist could ask more, the defender vanished, fading into the air like mist in the wind. Similar encounters were reported worldwide. In London, a defender appeared at the top of Big Ben, overlooking the city as if standing guard. In Cairo, armored figures silently patrolled near the pyramids, their eyes glowing softly beneath their helmets. In Rio de Janeiro, defenders walked the beaches at dawn, leaving no footprints behind. Governments scrambled for answers. World leaders demanded explanations. Military generals questioned their intelligence agencies. Some believed the defenders were part of an ancient secret society. Others thought they were remnants of a forgotten alien alliance. But no answers came. Deep within Earth's most classified bunkers, top officials examined footage of the defenders. Advanced facial recognition systems failed. Heat sensors detected nothing. Their armor reflected no light, and their weapons left no trace of manufacturing origin. Earth's greatest minds were left baffled. And yet, despite the mystery, one fact remained clear: Earth had protectors. The Empire's mistake was underestimating the hidden guardians of this world. In the shadows of power, beneath the waves of the Pacific Ocean, a massive, hidden structure powered up for the first time in centuries. It was not built by human hands. The facility stretched for miles across the ocean floor, its design intricate and ancient. Rows of sleeping defenders stood in stasis, waiting. Pulses of energy traveled through the halls, reactivating systems long thought lost. In the deepest chamber, a single figure opened its eyes. Its armor was different, older, more refined. A bright symbol glowed on its chest, resembling the patterns found in Earth's oldest cave paintings. The figure stepped forward, staring at a holographic projection of the Galactic Empire's fleet retreating. A voice, calm but firm, filled the chamber. "The Watchers will return when the stars align." The figure raised its hand, and across the planet, the defenders faded from view, vanishing into hidden bunkers, mountains, and forests. Earth's guardians were not gone. They were simply waiting, until the day they were needed again. In orbit, high above Earth, the Emperor's flagship drifted silently. The Empire's fleet had suffered heavy losses, but the Emperor's mind was not focused on defeat. His gaze rested on Earth below. "There is more to this world than we realized," he said quietly. The Empire's second-in-command approached cautiously. "Shall we return with reinforcements, my lord?" The Emperor's eyes narrowed. "No," he replied. "Earth is not ready for conquest. But one day it will be." As the Emperor turned away, the stars behind him shimmered faintly. Unseen by the Empire's ships, a triangular vessel hovered in the distance, silently watching. The Emperor's mistake. The Galactic Emperor was not a creature of doubt. His empire spanned across countless systems, crushing resistance wherever it appeared. He had bent entire species to his will, turning defiant worlds into obedient colonies. But Earth had defied him. As his fleet drifted in orbit, the Emperor's glowing eyes narrowed. He watched the planet below, his hands clasped behind his back. From this distance, Earth looked small and fragile, like every other world that had fallen before him. And yet this planet had withstood the Empire's might. The mysterious defenders had appeared from nowhere, wielding technology far beyond Earth's known capabilities. They fought with ruthless efficiency, disabling the Empire's warships and dismantling ground forces piece by piece. It wasn't rebellion. It was a warning. The Emperor's second-in-command approached carefully. His silver skin glowed under the dim lights of the control room. "The fleet is ready, my lord. We can return at once with heavier firepower." The Emperor said nothing at first. His eyes traced the curve of Earth's continents, the winding blue of its oceans. Finally, he spoke, his voice cold and sharp. "No, we do not return empty-handed. Deploy the annihilator." The second-in-command stiffened. Even among the Empire's elite, the annihilator was whispered about in fear. "My lord, the annihilator has never been used on a populated world." The Emperor turned slowly, his gaze like fire. "And that is why Earth will remember this day. I will not conquer them. I will break them." The second-in-command bowed and relayed the order. The annihilator. In the heart of the fleet, a massive structure detached from the flagship. It was no ordinary warship. The annihilator resembled a city-sized spear, its black surface lined with ancient runes that pulsed with faint red light. It drifted into position, aiming directly at Earth's surface. The annihilator's weapon was simple, a gravitational spike. It didn't fire lasers. It didn't launch missiles. Instead, it could bend gravity, crushing cities with invisible force or tearing holes through the planet's crust. Entire civilizations had fallen to it without a single shot fired. As the annihilator charged, storm clouds began to gather over Earth. The skies darkened unnaturally, and strange magnetic disruptions spread across the atmosphere. People on the ground felt it instantly, a sudden, suffocating pressure, as if the very air grew heavier. Birds fell from the sky. Buildings groaned under the strain. In London, glass shattered from skyscrapers. In Sydney, the ocean receded unnaturally, pulled back by the force building above. In New York, the sky itself seemed to ripple. The Emperor watched with satisfaction. "This is the price of defiance," he muttered. "Earth fights back." As the annihilator's power reached its peak, something changed. Across Earth, ancient structures activated. Pyramids, stone circles, and forgotten ruins began to glow with brilliant white light. In Antarctica, a colossal obelisk, hidden beneath the ice for centuries, rose to the surface, emitting waves of energy. On the Moon, a forgotten human research station flickered to life, revealing hidden defenses long buried beneath the lunar crust. From beneath the Pacific Ocean, the triangular ships returned, their surfaces now burning with symbols that matched those of the ancient ruins. The annihilator detected the rising energy levels, but it was too late. A beam of pure, blinding light erupted from Antarctica's obelisk, piercing the annihilator's hull. The weapon groaned, its surface cracking as the gravitational field around it collapsed inward. A second beam shot from the Moon's defense platform, severing the annihilator's central core. The massive warship trembled, then detonated in orbit. The Emperor's realization. The Emperor's flagship shuddered from the shockwave. The control room filled with alarms, but the Emperor stood motionless. His eyes were locked on Earth. He understood now. Earth's defenders weren't simply soldiers. They were part of something larger, something ancient and powerful that had been hidden in plain sight. This was not Earth's first war. The Emperor's voice was calm, but cold as he addressed his crew. "Recall the fleet. We are leaving." His second-in-command hesitated. "But my lord, the planet." The Emperor raised his hand, silencing him. "Earth is not to be touched. Not yet." As the fleet turned away, the mysterious voice returned, echoing through the Empire's systems one last time. "You were warned." The Emperor stepped back, watching as Earth faded from view. This was not the end. It was the beginning. Earth's warning. The Galactic Empire's fleet vanished beyond the stars, but the echoes of their defeat lingered over Earth like a heavy storm. The skies cleared, and the strange pressure that had gripped the planet faded. But no one celebrated. On the ground, people stood in silence, staring at the aftermath of the invasion. Crumbled buildings, scorched streets, and distant fires marked the scars of battle. Yet, amidst the destruction, there was a strange sense of calm, an unshakable feeling that Earth had survived something far greater than anyone understood. The defenders, the silent armored figures who had emerged to fight the Empire, had vanished as quickly as they had appeared. No trails, no signals, no explanations. They simply faded into the background, leaving humanity to wonder if they had been real at all. But they had been real. In the days that followed, strange discoveries began to surface. In the ruins of Tokyo, a collapsed skyscraper revealed a hidden chamber deep beneath the city. Inside, archaeologists found ancient machinery still humming faintly. Symbols carved into the walls matched those seen on the triangular ships. In South America, satellite scans uncovered vast underground tunnels stretching for miles beneath the Amazon rainforest. The tunnels were lined with technology that far surpassed anything Earth's brightest minds could create. Some of the structures were so old they predated recorded history. In the deserts of Egypt, the Great Pyramid emitted a faint pulse, as if answering an invisible call. The world's governments scrambled for answers. Nations sent research teams to investigate, but no country dared claim ownership over the relics. They all knew one truth. This technology did not belong to them. It belonged to Earth itself. A hidden legacy. As humanity searched for clues, strange patterns began to emerge. Historians revisited old texts and myths, uncovering forgotten stories of sky gods and star guardians who had once protected the planet. Legends of glowing warriors who fought against invaders from the heavens were found in cultures across the globe. The defenders were not new. They had been here all along, hidden beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. In the silence of space, far beyond Earth's orbit, the Emperor's flagship drifted through the void. The Galactic Emperor stood alone in his chambers, staring at a holographic image of Earth. The planet spun slowly, its blue oceans reflecting the light of its sun. His second-in-command entered quietly. "My lord," he said carefully, "our scouts report no pursuit. Earth's forces have returned to the shadows." The Emperor's gaze did not shift. "They were never pursuing us," he replied. "They were sending a message." The second-in-command hesitated. "Shall I begin preparations for retaliation?" "No," the Emperor said firmly. "Not yet." For the first time in his long reign, the Emperor felt something he hadn't experienced in centuries: uncertainty. The defenders of Earth had not fought for dominance. They had fought to protect something. But what? What secret lay hidden beneath Earth's surface that was worth shielding with such force? The Emperor turned away from the hologram and gazed out into the stars. Earth was not an ordinary world. He had conquered thousands of planets. But this one, this fragile blue sphere, felt different. "I will return," the Emperor whispered, more to himself than his crew. "But next time, I will know what I am dealing with." As the Empire's fleet vanished into the darkness, Earth remained a silent fortress, protected by shadows that even the stars feared. And somewhere, in the deepest corners of the planet, the defenders waited. They were not Earth's rulers. They were its watchers, guardians of a secret no empire could ever claim.